January 7th, 1891, in Nottasuga, Alabama, Zora Neale Hurston became the most successful and most significant black woman writer of the first half of the 20th century. Moving with her family to Eatonville, Florida, this rural community near Orlando was the nation's first incorporated black township. In Eatonville, Zora was never indoctrinated in inferiority, and she could see the evidence of black achievement all around her. Growing up in this culturally affirming setting in an 8-room house on 5 acres of land, Zora's father, John Hurston, formulated the laws that governed Eatonville, and her mother, Lucy Potts Hurston, directed the Christian curricula. Hurston's picturesque childhood would come to an abrupt end when her mother died in 1904. Zora was only 13 years old. "That hour began my wandering," she later wrote, "not so much in geography, but in time, then not so much in time as in spirit." After working a series of menial jobs, struggling to finish her schooling, and a stint with the Gilbert and Sullivan traveling troupe as a maid to the lead singer, in 1917, at the age of 26, she ended up in Baltimore. Still having the desire to finish high school, Zora presented herself as a teenager to qualify for free public schooling, giving her age as 16. Studying anthropology at Bernard College and Columbia University, and possessing a fiery intellect to accompany her bright eyes, big smile, and passion for arts and culture, Zora used those talents, plus dozens more, to bulldoze her way into the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s, befriending such luminaries as poet Langston Hughes and popular singer-actress Ethel Waters. Though Hurston rarely drank, fellow writer Sterling Brown recalled, "When Zora was there, she was the party." Zora traveled during the 1920s and 30s and primarily conducted fieldwork as an ethnologist and folklorist in African American communities of the South and Caribbean, where she collected the stories, music, and the oral poetry that fills the air of both work and leisure in everyday life. Here's an excerpt from one of her recordings with Alan Lomax.
As you hear it all over?
The tune is consistent, but the verses, you know, how things, every locality you find some new verses everywhere.
I mean, does it have the same core of verses? I mean, does it have Mule on the Mount wherever you hear it?
Well, there's some place I haven't heard that same verse, Mule on the Mount, but there's no place that I don't hear some of the same verses. Captain got a mule, mule on the mount, call him Jerry. Captain got a mule, mule on the mount, call him Jerry. Gonna ride him down.
Hurston had published several short stories, articles, a novel, and a well-received collection of black Southern folklore, along with several plays and musicals, one written with the Harlem Renaissance legend Langston Hughes. Her folklorist work also include moments with Delta blues great Gabriel Brown and Rochelle French. In 1945, having worry of possibly dying without money, Hurston wrote W.E.B. Du Bois in regards to a cemetery for the illustrious Negro dead on 100 acres of land in Florida with a persuasive argument. Let no Negro celebrity, no matter what financial condition they may be in death, lie in inconspicuous forgetfulness. We must assume the responsibility of their graves being known and honored. Her argument unfortunately landed on deaf ears. Zora Neale Hurston died on January 28, 1960, at age 69, after suffering a stroke. Her neighbors in Fort Pierce, Florida, had to take up a collection for her February 7th funeral. The collection didn't yield enough to pay for her headstone. Fortunately, a soon-to-be legendary African-American writer named Alice Walker, who was inspired by the life and works of Hurston, made her way through the thick and high grass covering Hurston's grave to place a headstone that read, "Zora Neale Hurston, a genius of the South."
Talking About the Blues plays an important role in media and new media. celebrating our heritage, preserving blues music, sharing artist journey, bringing diverse people together, all in audio and video content.
Hey guys, let me tell you how you can get official Talking About the Blues merchandise. Go to our online store at www.talkingabouttheblues.com where you can purchase t-shirts, hoodies, mouse pads, mugs, and iPad cases.